channel. My name is Dorka and I study at NCCU in Taipei, Taiwan. So there is this perception about our university that it is just so far away from everything in Taipei, and today I would like to address that and give you some tips about transportation around NCCU. So on one hand, I do agree with this statement because, well, Taipei is a huge city, so if you live on one side and you have to get to the other one, then it will inevitably take an hour or more to get there. And this is true in the case of NCCU, but on the other hand, the transportation around here is really convenient. You have so many different choices, so many buses, MRT stations relatively close, so it's actually not as bad as most people think. So I will explain all these, like what kind of bus stops we have, what buses we have, where do they take you, and how you can get to really popular destinations around the city. I hope it will be helpful for everyone who is already studying at NCCU but doesn't really know their way around, or anyone who's interested in it but before was afraid to choose this university because of its location. So yeah, let's just get into the video. Let's start out with the bus stops and where you can find them. There are currently 3 operating bus stops near the campus. So there is one on the same side of the road as the university. It is right in front of High Life as you come out of McGate. McGate is a side gate of the university right opposite of McDonald's. So that one goes towards east, so if you want to go to the Taipei Zoo or to Taipei 101, you have to take the buses from that stop. Apart from that, in the other direction towards west, we have 2 bus stops. One is near the main gate, it's called NCCU I, and then there's another one called Xinguang Road Entrance, a little bit further down the street towards the bridge on the other side. But before I start explaining all the buses and where they go, I would like to show you an app that is really useful if you live in Taipei. It is called Tracker Taipei. I will put the logo somewhere over here. It looks like this when you open it. And what you can do with it is you can either get directions, see the stops nearby you, or click routes. And here you can see the ones that I saved for myself as favorites, so they are really easily accessible. Or if you haven't saved any, you can just type in the number of the bus and check the route. So for example, this is green 1. You can choose which direction you want. It is either going to Taipei City Hall or Xindian. And here you can see all the stops. This is the English version, but there's also a Chinese version if you would like to practice. So you can see all the stops, and it also shows when the bus is going to get to that stop. So wherever you want to go somewhere and you're not sure when the bus is coming or if that's the right bus for you, you can always check it on the app. It's really useful. So I would like to mention all the MRT stations that are easily accessible from NCCU. None of them is super duper close, but they are all within like 30 minutes. So the closest MRT station to NCCU is definitely the Taipei Zoo. You can even walk or run here, or take a U-bike from the school. It takes about 10 minutes. Or there are a bunch of buses going from the stop in front of High Life. And then the second one would be probably MRT Wanfang Hospital Station or Mujia. To Mujia you can take 282. And to MRT Wanfang Hospital you can take 236 or 530. These 3 are on the brown line, and there are 2 more stops on the green line that are relatively easily and quickly accessible. One of them is Qijiang, which you can just take the green 1 and get there if you want to transfer to the green line, or go to Xindian. And another one is Gongguan. You have to take 236 or 530, and it can take about half an hour if there's a little traffic, but I feel like if you want to go into town and you want to transfer to the MRT, sometimes it's still a better choice than just going to the zoo and changing the MRT millions of times if the brown line wouldn't be convenient. So one of the most important buses when it comes to transportation around NCCU is 236. What you need to know is that there are 2 versions of this bus. you always have to look at the number in front, because if it is red then it's the normal, if it is green then it's the shuttle version, which means that after Gongguan it will turn back before Taipei building and it doesn't have the same long route as the other one. If it is 236, you can always go to MRT Wanfang Hospital Station on the brown line or to Gongguan on the green line. If it is the red one, you can also go to, let's see, you can also go to MRT Taipei Building Station, Guting Station, MRT Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. So if you want to go to the Memorial Hall, you can just take this bus, as well as the main station. So a lot of people usually forget about this bus, even though it is really useful. However, I have to say, if the traffic is really bad, you might be better off with the MRT, but if you prefer convenience and not having to transfer lines, then it's a great bus to choose. There is another bus that is really similar to the green 236, which is 530. They both stop at National Chengchi University I stop and Xinguang Road entrance. So you can go to Wanfang Hospital or Gongguan with them. Another really useful line is Green 1 or G1. If you go towards the west, so you get on at the Xinguang Road entrance, then you can take it to MRT Qichang, Xindian District Office or Xindian Station. So if you want to transfer to the green line, it's a great option. And if you do dragon boat like me and want to get to Bitan so you can row, then it's also amazing. When you get on Green 1 on the other side of the road, then first of all it takes you to the Taipei Zoo. But what a lot of people tend to forget, that it also takes you to Taipei 101 and Taipei City Hall. So it goes through tunnels and it's really a lot faster than going around. So you can easily transfer to the red line or to the blue line as well. Another bus I would like to mention is 282 that only stops at Xinguang Road entrance and on the other side. So this bus goes a long way. So you can get to a lot of places, but it might take a little bit of time. So first of all, after leaving NCCU, it will stop at MRT Muja Station. Then it will also stop at MRT Lingguang and Liujiangli Station. These are all on the brown line. Then it will turn to the right and it will go to Sun Yat-sen Memorial Hall. As well as MRT Nanjing Fuxing Station. So you can take this bus to go to IKEA if you don't want to transfer to the MRT. It will also stop at MRT Songjiang Nanjing, and, which is really cool, it also stops at Zhongshan. Now Zhongshan is really far from NCCU, so it will take, I think, at least an hour, somewhere between an hour and an hour and a half. But a lot of times we were coming home from Zhongshan, it was already later in the evening, and that we just didn't want to like get on the MRT, transfer here, transfer there, so just catching 282 and sitting on the bus for an hour was a great choice for us. There are two more buses that I would like to mention. One of them is 295. So this comes from the Taipei Zoo. It stops at NCCU and then it will go to MRT Xinhai Station, which is on the brown line. You can also take this to the Da'an Sports Center, which is cool, and also to National Taiwan Normal University, aka Shida. So if you want to go to the Shida Night Market and you don't want to transfer, you don't want to take the MRT, then you can take 295 to the Shida Night Market, as well as obviously Guting Station, since that's right next to it, MRT NTU Hospital, and this bus also ends up at Taipei Main Station. And last but not least, 611. 611 also comes from the zoo. It first goes to MRT Wanfang Hospital, then Xinhai, then Liujiangli, and afterwards you can take it to the World Trade Center, so to the 101 area. And after leaving the World Trade Center, it will go in the direction of Songshan. And last but not least, I would like to tell you some tips on how to get to some popular destinations around Taipei from NCCU. So first, let's look at Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. If you want the faster version, I would take a bus to Gongguan and then change to the MRT there for 3 stops. Or if you don't really want to transfer and you have time, then you can just choose the red color 236 and it will take you right to the Memorial Hall. If you want to go to Shilin or Tamsui or Beito, you can choose either of the ways that I just mentioned to Chiang Kai-shek and transfer to the red line there and go from there. Or another option would be taking Green 1 to Taipei 101 and changing to the red line right from there. If you want to go to Ximen, one way would be taking a bus going to the zoo, and then at the zoo you transfer to the MRT, take it until MRT Zhongxiao Fuxing Station, where you can transfer from the brown line to the blue line and go directly to Ximen. Or another option would be taking a bus to Gongguan and getting on the green line there, because the green line also stops at Ximen now. And the last destinations I chose for you are the Huashan Creative Park and the Guanghua Digital Plaza. They are located at Zhongxiao Xinsheng Station, which is at the orange and blue line. So I think the easiest way to get there from NCCU would be taking Green 1, going to MRT Taipei City Hall Station, which is on the blue line, transferring to the MRT there, and go to Xinsheng right from there. And this is it for my transportation tips around NCCU. I really hope it will be useful for all of you. Don't get intimidated by the location of the university. You can get to wherever you want, even if not super fast, but somehow eventually, and you will have a lot of different options. It is also cool, just think about it. We're right next to the zoo, there is a mountain behind. There's actually a hiking trail right up to Maokong from campus, so there are a lot of benefits to NCCU's location as well. It's an amazing place, so don't be afraid to choose it. If you have any questions about transportation around the university or just Taipei or the university in general, please just leave them down in the comments below. If you like the video and you would like to see more, just give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on any new videos. And other than that, I will see you next time. Bye!